Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm your boy Nev from Tech. But so Apple is moving to an ARM-based chip. It went from PowerPC to Intel to ARM. Now, what does that mean for the average individual? For the average individual, one thing that means is we won't have Hackintoshes anymore, because everything that works for a Hackintosh will work for an Apple right now, and vice versa, because Hackintoshes and Apples both use x86 chips, CPUs, and like you can't install Windows 7 on an Android, you can't install Windows 10 on an Apple phone, because they all use different chips. It just doesn't work that way. We have to change the operating system altogether. We have to change the software to meet the hardware, and that's what's going to be going on in these ARM-based chips. A lot of people who've been working with the Windows setup with the ARM know that ARM stuff just doesn't work in regular Windows, and that's just because the chip is different. Back in the day, they used to get IBM to make their CPUs. They called them PowerPC chips. I learned this the hard way when I bought an older unit, PowerPC, and then they moved up to Intel, and the stuff that worked on PowerPC wouldn't work on Intel, and vice versa. But the cool thing about an Apple is you could always install Windows on it because it had an Intel-based chip within it, which is awesome, and all the programs would work and all that stuff, and everyone would be happy and be hands across America. But I could definitely see why Apple would want to do something like this to save their brand. People all over the place making Hackintoshes. It's very popular, but they don't have the quality. If you're a PC person, though, and if you like Androids, and you're used to things breaking down and building it back up like it was that, like you were some kind of god, a benevolent god that just made a universe that just didn't work, so you wipe it out and you build, you nuke and you reload. That's what PC people do. That's what Android people do, and I'm really not sure what Linux people do, but I'm sure that with that level of possible destruction, if you didn't know what you were doing within a Linux environment, you just wouldn't have something that went bad, an Earth that went bad. You'd have an Earth that suddenly got hit by a nuke or a comet or something, because with Linux, if you shoot yourself in the foot, you blow your leg right off. That's just how it goes. And Linux is based off the x86 chips, the Intel, the AMD, and whoever else makes x86, let's face it. But by moving to ARM, we will no longer be able to use we will no longer be able to use Windows on these systems. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the big difference. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me, Nev from Tech. Like, subscribe, like, it's always appreciated. And as always, take care of each other, folks.